Welcome back to GammaX Trading. In this video, we're going to go over getting your chart added and getting all the indicators loaded to your chart. What you'll do is log onto your NinjaTrader, get your connection established. We're going to go to New, Chart. Here, you may not have anything selected here, so get under Futures and grab anything. Here, I'm going to choose Heikinashi, and we'll just choose the 2 minute. Hit OK. Now, in order to get to another data series, just start typing, for this example, MNQ, and double click it, and now MNQ loads. We're going to do a little bit of cleanup here. We're going to get NinjaTrader working. This is where all your icons are going to appear. We're going to get rid of some of these grids in the background. I don't personally like them. What you do is go to right click, hit properties, scroll down under grid line, and change the color to transparent. You'll do the same thing for vertical. Hit apply and OK. You've got a cleaner chart now. So now to get the indicators installed, you'll right click again, go to indicators. And there's going to be quite a few presets that NinjaTrader comes with. So you're going to have to scroll through and start finding all of the gamma indicators. I'm going to start with the main platform that you see me using all the time, and that's the Riptide X. We're going to add it. Then all the settings are going to appear here. This is where you can configure and make some changes, make some additions to this indicator. One of the things I want you to do is find the label on each of the indicators and put a bracket next to each one of them. You can delete it, but if you want to see what indicators you have on your chart, you'll want to do this. This just removes any of the erroneous data that happens to appear when you add a custom indicator to NinjaTrader. You'll hit apply and OK, and now it appears on your chart. We'll keep on going. If you want to be able to move around on your chart like you do with TradingView, this ergonomic chart is on our testimonials page, which will be the GammaXTrading.com/testimonials, and I've shared it there for you. You'll click add. Same thing, find label. And hit apply and OK. What that does, lets you move around just like you do. You could zoom in and out with your mouse wheel, just like you do in TradingView. So with Riptide, you're going to see that these are pretty concise. This is going over the background color change, where when you get a really powerful signal, which is a continuation and a shift in the same candle, this power shift label appears. And then your typical signals are going to be your shift, which means we push significantly through, and then continue on up. If we pull back a little bit and then continue on without breaking any of this fast EMAs, you'll get a continuation. Same thing with the color change again. A significant candle to the downside. My friend was looking for a little bit of a dump here just a minute ago, so he got that. Let's continue adding indicators. We're going to breeze through these pretty quickly. Let's add ETM Stealth. the things I like to do is I like to increase the opacity. It makes it brighter. You don't have to, but I prefer that. And then, of course, you're going to find the label. Put the brackets on there, hit apply, and OK. You could shrink this down a little bit if you like now. This looks just like the trading view indicator. We're able to kind of see that we're going back and forth, but nothing significant. But when we want a good alignment, you're going to see us go from that green, orange to red. These lined up perfectly. This is a great example. You're also going to see these squares here. This is how we're going to be able to show GeneraTrader how to read this. Let's keep on installing. Gann Delta Pro. I like having them both up. You could have one or the other. I prefer both. A couple of things that I like to have changed is on the main line width. I like having mine at 15, and I like increasing the opacity. On the mid-level, I like making it a little bit smaller, and the same thing for the opacity. You'll go down to label. And apply. And OK. One of the things you have to do when you get the AI Delta Pro on here, you need to right click, go to data series. You need to change this days to load to 20. It's going to take a second to calculate. This is the same thing as the Gann 144 lines. Here's where you can enable the signals if you want to have GeneraTrader add one of the cross signals in this indicator. This is where you would have that. You'll see things are still calculating. And we can keep on installing while it's doing that. Now let's go ahead and get the super moving average. Add it. Same thing with the label. Hit apply, and OK. And this is your EMA cloud right here. This also lets you set alerts and signals to it. And this just kind of gives you a general idea of where we are. And you see how now that everything's calculated, how this looks really good together. We came right up here, we hit a Gann level, we pushed down. Now we're kind of struggling around this mid-level right here. breaking up and probably retesting it now. But this would be a good bet to take right here when I see a big green candle after we push out of consolidation. We get a good signal through the profit wave going up with plenty of room to go to previous resistance here. You have things like drawing tools, where you can put up your own levels if you want to see that. But these rays already have that for you in Riptide. Until these levels are hit, these lines will be here. So now you've got both price and your Gann levels. So we know like that would be a significant level when we've got previous price on these rays that are shooting across and a Gann level. Now let's get some of the oscillators installed. Hit apply, and OK. And this is, of course, as you know, my favorite indicator, because now we can combine things like when the stochastics are bound together pretty tightly and you start to see them breaking down with the shift signal and a background color change. Now you start to see how things are lining up. And we'll be able to configure NinjaTrader and AutoX Bot to automatically read these signals. We'll bracket the label. Now, on only this one, on moment meter under plots, go down and check the box that says match with data series. Hit apply and hit OK. Now with this indicator, we like this on the top of our chart. What we'll do is right click and the numbers field, move up. Move up again. Move up one last time. Now it's at the top of our screen. This just gives us a little bit more room and a little bit more comfortability to see how things are going. And now you kind of see a big picture of when things really start to take shape. Now you can start seeing when the stochastics start breaking to the upside. You see the ETM changes color. You see that we're now pushing off of the mid-level. We see that momentum is now shifting to the upside. So now we start seeing a lot more data. You're able to start really getting a sense of, are we peaking? Are we starting to stair-step our way down, anticipating us to flip back to red? And we do. And we get multiple signals. ETM is switching over. The stochastics are breaking down. That's a lot of check boxes to take a really good solid trade. This is my general indicator list that I use for my main chart. Riptide, I do like having my ergonomic charts. ETM Stealth Max, the Gann AI Delta Pro, Gann lines if I want to see them. You don't have to have these on here. And we have our EMA cloud. We have our stochastics. And then we have our momentum meter.